Terence Crawford versus David Avanesyan gets an unexpected surprise. Paulie Malignaggi on the ones and twos doing commentary. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. The kid with the golden voice is back. Now, from Sugar to Ish, they got Paulie Malignaggi on commentary, and it's about to get real scary in this video. I'm going to give you guys my input, my thoughts on my channel. You know how I get down. Now, the commentary crew, it consists of Antonio Tarver. It's being reported Antonio Tarver, as well as Todd Grisham, I believe, who works with DAZN, and Paulie Malignaggi. This has, for me, I'm not telling you what to do. You guys do whatever you want. This has put the nail in the coffin that I am not paying $40 for this event. Sometimes in life, you got to stand on something. You got to stand on your laurels and what you believe in. And, you know, I don't care. Tarver, he's cool. Todd Grisham, I don't really prefer his commentary on DAZN, but he ain't never really did anything specific. He's not my favorite commentator. You know, I'm just being real with that. But to put Paulie Malignaggi on this telecast for Crawford Avanesyan is insufferable, and I can't rock with that. You know, it's one thing that Crawford, on that given day, he has a lot of competition. You got Manny Pacquiao doing an exhibition. I want to sub to my promoter, Bob Adam, right? So you got Pacquiao fighting. He's fighting in like South Korea or somewhere, right? And whatever, there, you know, my dude, Victorious, Maurice Lee, he's on the card, things like that. So it tips my interest. I am interested in that. And then the bigger card, to me, is the top ranked card, because they got Bruce Carrington and Jared Anderson, Xander Zayas, Teofimo Lopez, now facing Sandor Martin, which to me, I think is actually probably a tougher fight at 140 than Jose Pedraza, who's coming off of a draw, and he really should have lost his last fight. So that's the Heisman Night fight on ESPN. But BLK Prime, they're coming in and they're trying to create their lane. I don't have no problem with that. But to hire Paulie Malignaggi, that just made it bad. Now, the background, this is Ego speaking to you. So my thing is this. Paulie Malignaggi, to me, used to be one of the best commentators out there. You know, I really dug his commentary. But over the years, Paulie Malignaggi got to a point where he was having a lot of race-fueled and race-injected commentary that he was putting in. And it wasn't just live on tape. You have to follow him. Like, I follow him on the gram and stuff. And he was saying a lot of outlandish things and things that I definitely didn't agree with. And who I am as a man and who I am as a person, if you do too much and you're too off the deep end, then it's hard for me to want to support. It's kind of like, let's say Kanye West. Kanye West is just doing too much. And although I'm a fan of his early work, you know, if he drops an album right now, you know, that's probably not what I'm checking for, because him as a person, he seems like he's completely lost it. So as an artist, I feel like, what could you probably say that is going to change my opinion of you? You know, and I think over the years, that's what it got with Paulie Malignaggi. And I know for a fact I'm the greatest that's ever done it in the world of boxing, in the digital space, in the digital age. I know these things. And you know these things as well, because I stand 10 toes down on what I say and what I believe in. So look for people who maybe in the past they had commentary against Paulie Malignaggi and some of the things he was saying, just to give you guys perspective of some of those things, because I like to give you guys the information and then you can do what you want with that information. But some of the disgusting and reprehensive things that Paulie Malignaggi has said is comments about black culture, black community. Recently, things about George Floyd. He said George Floyd is a crackhead, and he, you know, Chauvin didn't do anything. he was on drugs, and the knee on his neck basically didn't have no bearing, and he was a criminal, and just crazy things about George Floyd to stir the pot or whatever. And Paulie Malignaggi also has said other things, like Devin Haney made a comment. I don't know if he was paying homage to Bernard Hopkins or Jermaine Taylor, but he said, "I'll never lose to a white boy." So far, he hasn't lost to a white boy, nor has he lost to anybody, and he's undisputed. So recently, you have Paulie Malignaggi, who has said a lot of negative things about Devin Haney as well. He says Devin Haney's a fraud, and now he has to go in on Devin Haney, and Lomachenko's a white boy you'll lose to. All these types of things, it's just, I can't respect the commentary. So, tying it to BLK Prime, Crawford was already fighting. He pulled away from the negotiations that I wanted to see as a consumer, which was Errol Spence and PBC. The way he went about it, to me, was all wrong. To ghost PBC and, everything else. And then to fight a guy that I don't even want to see you fight. And these are really, it's no better than the fights you were having with Top Rank. And all of your fights, it would be one thing if you had great fights with Top Rank and then you venture off on your own, and then now you have David Avanesyan fight. But all of his fights have been an Avanesyan level, maybe a little bit better. It hasn't been the fights at the time when he's fighting him that I want to see. So that was already a tough sell for $40. Undercard, I'm not impressed with that either. And then now you're telling me, based on the reports, that Paulie Malignaggi, on top of all other things, is going to be on commentary. Yeah, count me out. I love when you count me out. I love when you count me out. Yeah, you got to count me out of this one. I'll just watch the Teofimo and Pacquiao cards, because it's just, what can Paulie Malignaggi at this point offer? Everything he's been saying is outlandish. Devin Haney will lose to this white boy Lomachenko. Now old media is making up a bunch of excuses and saying that Devin Haney's too big and he's a heavyweight because Lomachenko didn't look great versus Jermaine Ortiz. The comments about George Floyd calling him a crackhead, he even doubled down on this on a Steve Kim, Mario Lopez podcast, and then they scrubbed it from the internet and privated the video. And now you want me to watch him on BLK Prime. And finally, I'll leave you guys with this. There's been some people who have said, like, oh, don't hate on Crawford. You're hating on black-owned product. I don't know who owns BLK Prime, to be honest. People keep saying it's black-owned. People are saying BLK Prime stands for black people and black and all this and that. Man, miss me with that. All this fake righteous stuff, miss me with that, because PBC is a black-owned business owned by Al Heyman, and that's a better fight with Errol Spence. Like, I have no problem patronizing, black-owned businesses, and in fact, I frequent a lot of black-owned businesses, personally, get sea moss or skincare products or whatever the case is. So I'm comfortable in my blackness. I don't have to have anybody tell me, like, if there's a restaurant and the food's not good and it's black owned, I'm not going to it just because it's black owned, and this is what I've seen within black culture that tends to be a problem. People think because it's black owned, you have to endorse it. Like, there's a lot of BET movies and I'm not checking for that movie. There's a lot of low budget, some Morris Chestnut movie that is low budget. I'm not going to pretend that's a better movie than a Martin Scorsese picture because Martin Scorsese is not black. That's not how I operate. Now, again, I've always represented and I've always put on for the cause and rooted for the underdog. But all these fake, black patronize and support black owned business, explain to me why black owned business allegedly, because I don't know who owns BLK Prime, why they would recruit Paulie Malignaggi, who even jokes on this show, and he says, oh, I'm going to get called racist and things like that. And he said all these things, and you're putting him on a primarily black card, Crawford. You got Crawford, Steve Nelson, and Milton, and all these other people on the card, and you decided Paulie Malignaggi would be the best fit for commentary. That's what the culture needs. That's what Crawford Avanesyan card needs. Explain that, because, again, there are some people who said, oh, I'm supporting because it's black owned. So somebody who's represented themselves as very anti-black with the rhetoric and the antics that they've stated, explain why this company chose him out of all the people they could have chosen for commentary. Again, I have no other quarrels, no other beefs, no other complaints. Like, whether the other commentators are my speed or not, they haven't done anything to the likes of what Paulie Malignaggi has done. So you explain that in the comment section. I'm not a fan of this Paulie Malignaggi being incorporated to the lineup. Look at the stuff he was saying about Wilder. Look at the stuff he was saying about Gervonta Davis. Look at the stuff he's saying about Charlo. Look at the stuff he's saying currently about Devin Haney and so many other issues. And then watch for the snakes and fakes. All of a sudden, people who rode on Paulie Malignaggi and looked at and listened to what he said and had a problem with it, now they're trying to, pro-black or, say like, oh, hey, Paulie's a good guy now. Paulie has the great commentary now. But they were the same ones saying that Paulie was tripping when he was saying stuff about Devin Haney and George Floyd. Me, I'm going to keep it a stack. Whether you like it or not, don't watch my channel. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.